Welcome back to Let's Play Knights of the Old Republic, with me, Get Dave. So, the Selkath on this station went crazy and killed everyone, so we're checking it out. We've got a survivor. The sharks are totally gonna get him.
Come on, hurry up. Don't just stand there, we have to keep moving. The water is filled with cow!
Boink? That was very fluid. This suit kind of looked heavy, but the way they portray it, the average shark can pick it up without slowing down at all. This makes me think of Final Fantasy X, actually, all the running around underwater. See, I don't know about you guys, but I feel really guilty doing that. They just sort of go belly up and, I don't know, they could be endangered for all I know. A little bit of texture. It's really starting to freak me out, actually. Does it look weird to any of you? Two birds with one stone. Perhaps I could have adapted that metaphor to fit the situation, but whatever. So I think this gets us to the Harvester. Or we've just gone back to the base, but I don't think so. And we'll discover the dark secret. Yeah, we're in a different place now. Okay, so now let's explore. Okay, I know, like, force lightning, like, tortures people and is really painful and everything. But that whole stasis thing, and then cutting them up when they're frozen, that doesn't exactly seem very Jedi-like to me. Do their cells metabolize while that happens? Like, could you suffocate someone, like, by putting them in stasis and then just waiting? Or does it like, freeze them in time? Because if they can't inhale during that, they effectively, you're effectively choking them. You have to move your diaphragm, or else your lungs won't inflate. Yep, I know what you're all thinking. Why doesn't he talk to those people? I don't have a great answer. I'm not really sure how the lightsaber deflects sonic bullets, but they seem highly focused too, and those weapons seemed really quiet actually. If you were actually firing a sonic pulse that could travel like that, it'd, well, I think it'd make a lot of noise. Okay. Now let's talk to these people.
No, you can't come in here. You'll let the Firaxa and the Selkath in. No,
The
stay
Firaxa,
out.
I'm pretty
Stay
sure
out.
can't live in
I'll
air.
let you open the door for those monsters to get in.
They're all
I'll
dead.
Stop you. I'll suck all the pressure out of the chamber. That'll stop you.
I have an environment suit.
Kill them now.
Wow, he is trying to kill me.
Seconds to complete depressurization. 54 seconds to complete depressurization.
No.
Yeah, that
No.
backfired.
The Firaxa will get us. No, the Selkath are coming. No.
No! No!
I'm sorry for what I did.
Trying to murder me?
I don't know what came over me.
Takes more than
I just
sorry.
panicked when I heard someone outside the door. Please forgive me. I'm just so scared.
No, if you accidentally, like, elbowed me or something, that'd be panic. You tried to suck all the pressure out of the room I was in.
We had a few people outside the station when it happened.
The Frax and sharks just tore them apart. It was like they were frenzied.
The next thing we knew, our Selkath researchers started screaming and clawing at everything around them. My team was torn apart and eaten before my eyes. Sammy and me, I thought we were the only ones left. We heard the Cellcath outside the doors every once in a while. Strange
Give yourself
noises
5 points if you caught the
echoing from
grammatic error in
base.
the sentence at the
Thought
start there.
Manaan was dead or insane. I must have been hysterical. I don't know what I can say. I truly apologize for the horrible mistake I was making.
I'm KotOR, and this is Sammy. We were scientists working here on the Harakard Rift project.
Mm-hmm. Have you seen a...
Star map? I don't know anything about a star map down here.
But there were some ruins that were excavated when we were digging the foundations for the last section of the KotOR harvesting machine.
That
So we
seems
can't go
disturbingly
anywhere near those
convenient
now.
for me.
Maybe that's why it all happened in the first place.
Well, that's a simple explanation.
We don't know. Not for sure.
The work teams were outside in the rift near the vent. Then there was this...
This monster rose.
It was a Faraxa shark, I think.
It was like it was screaming inside my head.
Okay.
Then all the Cellcaths started screaming too. And they turned on us.
Yeah, I heard that part several times.
May have been. Maybe it was protecting the ruins by the rift. It could have been. It might have a lair in the Harakard Rift.
The
near
Cellcath were
KotOR.
created by the Starforge.
That might explain a few things too. Like why it reacted so violently when our construction efforts got closer to the vent.
Oh,
And
man.
Also, why it's so large. It must be feeding off the KotOR. It would have to be ancient indeed for it to reach that size. With KotOR as a food source.
And all those other Faraxan sharks, those might be its offspring.
Which would
You
be
guys are
why they
coming to
all
a lot of
swarmed when it
theories
called
very
out to them.
quickly.
Children coming to protect their mother.
Also, I think normally it goes the other way. I remember when I was a smaller child, and I don't think I would have done that much protecting of my mother. I guess maybe if there were a swarm of me. Well, I'd swarm like bees.
That would be suicide. It's out there still.
Out there, waiting for us.
The Faraxan sharks have always been a serious problem. We had some blasters and projectile cannons to defend against them, but they still got some of our workers from time to time.
Hey,
We
maybe,
were
how
working
about
on
like a
soluble
fence?
chemical compound that would drive them away. Something that smelled or tasted repulsive to them, but we never got it working right.
Oh, I think not.
Why not a...
Even flawed like it is, it should be ideal for this situation.
No, it's not working right. You don't know what it'll do. The repellent we made was supposed to drive Faraxan sharks away, but we never got very far in its development.
I thought
The
you would
one we
start
tested
development
instead
before you
was
built this
violent
base.
and
Wouldn't it make
toxic,
construction hard?
rupturing their outer skin in seconds and preventing them from drawing oxygen from the water by clogging their intakes.
Which is exactly what we need in this situation. Something to kill that monster shark that destroyed our station.
But we don't know how else the chemical reacts. We only tried it in a controlled environment. In the open ocean, who knows what it could do? It could even affect the KotOR.
Now, if
We
you
know
F this
exactly
up,
what it'll do.
it really
It'll kill
affects...
the
Well,
shark.
you can't ever come
That's
back to
what we
Manaan.
designed it
That's
to
how it
do.
is.
You don't need to do anything else. We have a canister of the toxin here right now. We were working on it before the giant Faraxan drove all the Cellcath insane.
I
All
want
you
an
need to
opinion
do
from the person
is
who didn't
insert
just
it
try to
into the
murder
main
me.
KotOR harvester and have it vented. Get away as soon as you can. We don't know how much worse it'll affect the giant Faraxan shark.
Well, the monster seems to have been driven out by the machinery we installed at the edge of the rift. We've seen it out there on the cameras, bashing itself against the machines.
Maybe
I
it
think if
doesn't
we
like
destroy
them.
the machinery we installed, the shark would calm down and retreat back into its lair inside the rift.
That seems like a better long-term solution.
You can reprogram the harvesting machines to overpressure their self-oxidizing fuel, so that the fuel tank canisters will rupture and the entire machine will destroy itself. The hydrolium gas we use is a gas at 1 to 3 million sangin, a liquid at about 4 million sangin, and a solid above that. When it's a liquid, it's very explosive. If
So
you
we
inject
get the
enough of
numbers to
hydrolium
equal
gas into the
4.
tank, the pressure will be so great that it'll turn to liquid form and start a chain reaction inside the machine.
But we'll lose everything we've built.
Conversation over. Thank you.
Good. Destroying the machine. You'll have to break into the computer on the harvesting machine and fiddle with the fuel injectors to get the tank pressure up to the point where the hydrolium will liquidize. Once the machinery is gone, the shark should leave.
That won't work and you know it. We have to vent the toxin from the harvesting machine. Once the shark is dead, we can get back to mining the KotOR.
What if the
You
shark
know
is
what
the
you have to
origin
do.
of the KotOR? For a scientist, that dude whatever. You're making a lot of assumptions for a scientist. Force points measure how strong I am with the Force. Yeah, okay, we're in the right spot. I don't think we actually want that. Oh goodness, I'm getting mauled by a Oh wow! I should have taken that seriously. My goodness. I did not expect I would die that way. That's never happened before. I just thought you'd lose a couple hit points. Well, everybody, I'm gonna off-screen getting back to where I was. I'll see you in a minute. Welcome back, everyone. Conveniently, the autosave was being a lot more, careful than I was. My goodness. Yep, you didn't get a chance to maul me that time. So here's our KotOR control panel, and by the way, that other door that I got a glimpse of earlier, that lets me backtrack a little faster. It's some nice level design. Yeah. Oh, the classic pouring waters from cups problem. Injector pod holds 3, container pod holds 0. Or holds 5, pardon me. Okay. I've made a mistake already. Okay. Injector to container. Fill container pod. Or injector pod. Transfer from injector to container. Dump container. Here we go. Transfer. Fill the injector. Transfer. Uh-oh. Now we should really get out of there. The Great Phyraxan Shark likes me now. So we can walk down to this star map, which I don't know how people couldn't know about it. A bridge has been built to it. Like, this is a man-made structure. There's lights set up around it. They're drawing electricity. Like, this was a big deal. This should have been, like, on the news. We got them all, everybody. And we've got the coordinates to the world where the Starforge is located. I'm feeling good about myself. I've also lost all control. There we go. I didn't get any experience points for that? Okay, so we can head back now. Probably get put on trial again. I wonder if you can piss off the sea beast. I'm gonna save now because I've learned to take these Phyraxa sharks seriously. Hey, sea beast. I bet at this range that sonic emitter's kind of annoying for you to listen to. A bit like that machine I turned off. For a machine that blew up, it looks like it's holding up pretty well. So I believe how it works is that sea beast is like the genetic ancestor of the Selkath race and the sharks or whatever, and the way the Selkath were driven insane, they were put into a frenzy to protect the well, I guess the mama shark or the great sea beast wanted to protect the star map, and so it got all the others to swarm and protect them. And I don't think I actually have to go back and talk to those scientists I was talking to before, so... we'll just head on back now. To our submersible. And yes, if you're at all familiar with Manaan, every time you do anything, you go on trial. So we'll be going through one of those again. What happened to that? I thought there was a bounty hunter or whatever. Let's go, everyone. Hey,
You've returned.
Roland.
I was beginning to fear that you too might have been lost. Did you find out what had happened down there at the facility?
And I shut it down.
Something was down there? Living in the rift by the KotOR? It's horrible. The entire operation wasted by a disaster we could never in 1,000 years have foreseen.
You could have
What has
scouted the
happened to
area
facility
first.
itself? Were
It's
there
kind
any
of common for
survivors?
building like an oil rig or something like that.
Well, that's good to know. Good to know indeed. But what has happened to the facility? Was it damaged?
You only care about it.
No, that is terrible. That will set our work
No,
back
that's
years.
terrible.
It may even cost us the war. While I am glad that you were able to solve our problems, the cost may have ended up being much too high. But you have done your job and helped us in our time of need. And for that I thank you.
You know what's going to cost you
and
the
did you
war?
end up finding
Not
the
helping
star
me.
map? I'll assume that means yes. As you can see, by helping us, you helped yourself. Perhaps we can work together in the future.
Now that's what a gray, like, light side, dark side, this dude's gray. He only cares about altruism. Alright, and we have one last tiny quest to do here. Oh. Trial time? Yeah, here it comes. Yep. Okay. So, time to go on trial again. And yeah, if you vented poison from that machine, it's pretty hard to talk your way out of this one with no consequence. Okay. Whoa! A little bit of intrigue amongst the judges. Well, now we know who the real one with the power is. I blew it up. Progenitor. Yeah, it does. So there's some deliberations, and then we get a full pardon. So, now, video's getting a little long, but I just want to tuck in one last side quest. Before the frame rate craps out. My hard drive's getting pretty full. Oh yeah, I probably should have told you about that. Mm-hmm. I guess I could use the light side points.
Statement. Oh, Master, I'm so very disappointed in
I
you.
need the light side points.
Sometimes helping people feels pretty good, you know?
Alright. Got some light side points, got some experience points, got friend points, all sorts of points. I'll see you all next time. I think we're done with Manaan, and yeah, we're getting pretty close to the end. See you there.